Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to have some insane things happening, and I'm saying maybe independent colonies, maybe countries being taken over, don't know. Anyways, first we have something really crazy happening. We have the country of Australia having rebels, and they happened all here, so yeah, and then this happened. Yeah. That's right. Don't play with fire or the matches. No, don't play with it. And it took over all of Antarctica. Just kidding. If it took over all of Antarctica, we'd have the new strongest nation. Anyways, they get their independence, but about straight after that. So yeah, we have that happening. Then we have a very surprising thing happening. We have Japan declaring war on China, which China was not prepared for. Man, shut your bang. China was not prepared for this, so they stopped Japan though. So there's a lot of naval ships around here, and they've spotted it. So then Japan asked for the whole Japanese island, and they said yes. As China kind of gave birth to this new nation. Guys, sorry, I've just tried, it pickles on itself and it really tastes good. I want more. Okay, good. So, yeah, that happens. And then we have the Queen kind of getting destroyed. As then we have about a lot of rebels happening in the Korean Peninsula, and that becomes the Korean Empire. The Korean Empire. And I did not ask. So yeah, we have the United Korea, and this is called the Korean Pact. Kind of like it's a Korean Pact, and it's North to South Korea. So yeah, if China's getting a little broken, that means every other country is gonna get a little broken. If I'm being honest. Well, Brazil kind of took over some big land, so here we go. Straight away we see some rebellions in Argentina. And Brazil gets forced to give them independence. There's Peruvians who want independence, so they get their independence. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah. So of course, Greenland wants independence, they get that. Nothing else really happens. Except for, well, not really anything, really. Except that there's a very strong newly independent country. Hold on, wait. Give me a sec. I need to go and sort out something. Right, guys, I'm back. Anyways, so we have the Great Pakistan getting independence. Now, as it's called the Great Pakistan, kind of a lot of this happens, and yeah, that happens. So then, left, right, and everywhere there was independence. So nothing else really happened for a few years. It's just that there's a really, really, really strong country which starts invading everyone. And that name is no, not I was about to say Brazilian Empire. No, not Brazil. Anyways, that's the newly about to get independent Italia. So they get independence pretty quickly, and because it's Italy, they take that, and that. They get new territory, and they've built up into here. So as Italy is back, that the whole world has independent countries left, right, and centre. Till eventually you have a big fight break out over here. Again, yes. So Turkey's just had some heavy losses here, and also just had an earthquake here, which then makes Greece want to declare war on it. So, of course, any logical human being would be smart enough to say, well, he declares war on it. Like, really all else. So yeah, because of the Turkish thing and everything getting destroyed, they can't really fight back. And as of that, Saudi Arabia starts invading it. But you see, the thing is, well, haha. Oh yeah, by the way, Greece invades it too. And this is the only access they have to in the Mediterranean. That still gets destroyed by Turkey, I think. So, as they've just realised they are being invaded, they call on some allies. So the allies are Soviet Union and Chinese Empire, also the new Pakistan. And they start rolling in like it's absolutely nothing. And it's the Soviet Union, so now Saudi Arabia relocates its troops here and stops there. And they go across the Black Sea into here. So because, well, land area easily goes to these two. I think Soviet Union on its own is bigger. Greece calls 2 allies. It's Romanian Empire and Yugoslavia. Anyways, so first Yugoslavia. Man! First do that one more time, dare you. See? They're scared. So Yugoslavia pushes there and into here so it can distract them to move their troops back over there. What they don't know, though, to enter their territory and then they would have to surrender. Smart moves. But they forgot what they remembered, and that's going into here. But you see, well, it's noon, there's a new time on. Anyways, so, there's a bridge there. And that bridge has loads of men. So you're across it, boom, they have to join that. So that weakens, Soviet Union's army. And when I say that, I really mean it. As only a few troops were across here, as their friends were here, and they didn't know there'd be an all-out war breaking. And then most of its troops are like up here protecting, because if the Earth's a globe, then that means USA could just go phew. Oh, I meant like Canada. Greenland could go there, island hopping. Wait, how did Greece get that again? And a lot of troops are right here, like a bunch of troops just across this border in here. And a lot of troops were near the Japanese borders, Chinese borders. That's it. So they push back a few, and as Greece can't really be that hurt as, like, well, Greece, it starts invading Turkey even more. And as Turkey's weakened, it can't really do anything. And it asks everyone if they can take over the central Turkey, all of Turkey, and they won't care. So they said, sure, fine with me. Just that, USSR would care. I just want Turkey, that's it. Just Turkey, that's basically how the conversation went. Now, Egypt can now easily move its troops to fight the USSR. Anyways, Soviet Union gives up because they knew that they can just lose a bunch of land. So they start moving down up into here, and after so long they can connect these. So instead of them going, where am I? They can just go, phew, or just go quickly down there. So yeah, Turkey gets absolutely demolished. As Pakistan really didn't do anything, it doesn't really get that much hurt. So then, like, save me on their final rift, but no. Anyways, let's look at the new borders. Let's look at them. So the first thing that we can notice is that Saudi Arabia's got land. If I can find the right freaking one, there we go. They've got land. Well, Greece has definitely got land, but it's got even more land. Wait, Red, he already owned that. Wait, he already owned Jordan, bro. So after so long, hard work, finally, Soviet Union can finally rest with owning all the Caucasus. The Caucasus Mountains and Caucasus. Anyways, over here we have the new peace treaty. It's called the Peace Treaty of Moscow. They just wanted to have more access around here. They wanted to have huge access. So they have full access now, but they do on this. Or it's like, nah man, to trip, and I just got it. So that kind of amps up a war between these two. So they come from peace treaty and they fight. So Red immediately pushes down into here and starts taking over a bunch of lands. So they call the two friends that literally just battle. So they start coming through. But Greece is like still congratulating its victory as it can finally declare it owns all of their Anyways, as this war evolves, the more time see an empire growing larger. And they don't even see it. The empire is tiny. But I'm just kidding, we're not leading up to a new strong country. That's like all of Europe, no. Anyways, Romania gives up. And new borders. Just kidding, he says. So they start invading like this. But then they both say, why are we doing this again? I don't know, that's the creator off. Anyways, so after that bloody conflict that killed over millions upon millions upon millions of kids. I only killed kids. Alright, here I only killed kids. We're safe. It's came with a peace treaty which looked a little bit like this. Actually. So, we see they gain nothing. Just kidding, they gain this. Yeah, that's not a lot, but oh well, 6BU, LOL, LL. Anyways, the next thing we see that happens is, with New France, I mean, just France, now pissed at Nigeria, because Nigeria just killed someone in France. The president. and it was the other president. So now Nigeria's like, hey, it wasn't me. So that gets tensions around these three very and a new high, and only because Francis Malais just did that. White hates Nigeria, just hates them. They have bad relations because they really hate each other. Like they really just yeah. And Black just wants to assert dominance back into the region that is the strongest. Anyways, that comes out into total chaos as we see the aggression getting hot to a new highs. So eventually they start the campaign called the destruction of Nigeria. So they encircle a huge amount of land. They quickly take the ones that are near coast so they can't fight back. Take big regions. And they start collapsing this. But now, because all the armies are, out near the region though. But that does still give them a chance to push up into here and cut them off. So they gave them the opportunity and they took it. So they pushed down till they eventually meet the soldiers. It's a really big fight there. Do you know what's not as a big fight? Yeah, it's right over here as all the troops are over there. They can all just go whack it. Now, Black just wants one land in total, to redominate itself over the region. Now, as France and the Algerian Empire sees how fast Black is taking over all of Nigeria, they're now like scared of Nigeria again. Now there's a lot of troops because it's the home country, so they can push back White here, but Black is kind of stays holding. Pushes across these borders, but they're good protection as it's just been an army. They cut them off, and that gives them the Algerian Empire a good time to do that. That also gives them to push down, so a lot of troops move. That's bad, as that gives the French Empire power to rejoin back its colonies and start killing it again. So White is pushing down, trying to get to the coast that's over here. But they don't really want to cut off Black from Purple, as it's kind of really strong, and as these two would look at each other as a big threat, start fighting each other so they can come and intervene and take over all their lands. It's a smart move, really. So they get close to the coast, but they stop around here and doesn't declare war. As they take over there. So they be nice and give Black all of this land. So Nigeria is trying to fight back, as we have seen, especially over here. There's a lot of blood and gore over here as they're trying to fight back. Now as this border small, all of the troops have been evacuated into Nigeria, just Nigeria itself, as it was small. So now, eventually, they can push down, and they now touch borders. And now they see each other as big threats. No joke, but Blackbeard's nice, trying to say, hey, let's not go to war, and gives them this. France is starting to come allies, and that worries White quite a bit. As if these two are friends, and that means there's only one massive target here. Anyways, Blackbeard's nice, as they're trying to show we don't want more. We just want to show our influence around the region. So I understand, and they give them respect. So they start. So Nigeria does this, but like, it's black. It's one of the strongest countries on here. I'm not lying when I say that. It's literally one of the strongest countries, because like, kind of owns okay, this much of as sea, and their naval is not even that much, like this much. Their naval is incredibly insane. So Nigeria gets on its last breath and it dies. And then we have unions coming to be alive. So then we have the Arabic Union, which has became the new great idea. And yes, we're going to paint it Nigerian, the old Nigerian. That became an idea. And it was a codex. Its capital was in Saudi Arabia, where they would all talk and meet up because they are all great friends. But now this union has came to light, as they said, how about instead of it being a union, it can be a real life union, like its own country. So that comes around, and this is what the majority kind of said to it. They said this. Yeah, that's how big it is. So the Arabic Union starts influencing nearly all of Yemen. So it influences all of Yemen. So now Yemen's happy. Oh yeah, and by the way, when I said to you guys that this is all Arabic, yeah, the Middle Eastern. It's, well, in this scenario, the Union's not really gonna expand to them heights, as that would kind of cause for their collapse, as how they would have to boat to really get to their country. How, if there was just one single war here, they would have to boat across two different oceans, and plus the walk to there or to there, which would take a while. So yeah, the Arabic Union comes around in it, and that it fully engulfs Saudi Arabia, and then the majority here starts voting on it. So it till eventually all of them do. Now, expanding to Asia is easier because it's just one sea, and it's very near the capital, which is there. So yeah, this country may not fully be complete, as they would have to own about all of this. They would also have to own all of this, and about all of Turkey. But like Greece is definitely not going to let that slide. They will let this slide though. And Soviet Union's like, nah, hell no, you're not getting this. It's barely that. So like, but they said they will give you all of this. Hope that helps your economy, little child. Anyway, so yeah, that's how big the Union will grow all in Asia. It'll be extremely big. Anyway, so they're like, oh, fine. As like Soviet Union wants a big ally, as how strong it'd be. Oh yeah, that's. Anyways, yeah, that's what kind of happens. And USSR saying, is it okay if you don't take the Caucasus? And like the Caucasus is its own region. Some people, it's its own region because it's Caucasus. The Caucasus are tiny. So yeah, they're like fine. Okay, they're like chilling. But Greece just be nice and give them that. So in return, they give them a bunch of supplies, and they're now one of the strongest countries in Europe. Yeah. And with that fight that has just happened with Algeria, as it was all down here, that means the revolution that's happening up here has been able to creep up to be the size of that. No, I couldn't leave my Italian brothers out. I'm sorry that I killed you very close in the beginning. But no, I can't leave my Italian pizza lovers brothers out. I had to make a new Italian. But with that cost, there are 2 countries that died. Oh, yeah, so here's the issue I needed to talk about. This would mean that we would have to go up into there, and that's like all of Egypt's territory. Also, this has not been released, so they came up with a pact. They take over this, and that's it. But like, they won't do anything else. They will. They only need. Actually, that's the most efficient. I will mistake. So that's how it would go, and the Greece agrees. Now, Greece, as the last war was seen, it was actually pretty hard for them to travel through the peninsula and fight. So they thought, which is not easy, so what if we just give the land to the Iberian, well, to the Union. So yeah, they just give all of this to the Union. As the revolts wanted to join the Union, they say, okay, join. Yeah, and as their water source they love is coming from them, they're not gonna let it anywhere near it. And they can get Cyprus, so they can start moving into Europe. Right guys, so I have to go now. So if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe and peace.